All right, so sorry. I hope that the audio is working now. This is Sherry Galvanize coming to you live from the space. Thanks for letting me know about the audio. And I am talking about miracles. I'm talking about a miracle mindset. And the question is, I'm wondering, do you believe in miracles? And if so, do you think that it's possible for you to have some kind of an impact on whether or not a miracle happens in your life? Or is it just something that you have no control over? Partially, I'm inspired to have this as my topic because I'm reading this book here, Augmendino, the Greatest Miracle in the World. And as I was reading this book, it made me realize, uh, it made me think of a story, a true story from my own life of a miracle that happened. Or it seemed like a miracle. Other people thought it was a miracle. It felt like a miracle. It changed the course of my life, that's for sure. And it happened in 1986. I was sitting at a bus stop. I was at a very low point in life, but at the same time, I was in a point of life where things were really going to be changing in a totally new direction. I'm sitting at a bus stop and I'm looking at the Los Angeles Times and I'm reading the want ads because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. I'm trying to figure out what I can do with my life, but I didn't believe I could do anything. I was a high school dropout at that time and no college education whatsoever. And the only kind of work I had ever done was to be a waitress or have a newspaper route or just your basic, low wage jobs or jobs with no future. I knew I wanted to get an education, but I didn't even think I was smart. So this guy comes and this guy stops and says, "Do you want to, what are you doing?" or something like that. And I started to tell him, and he asked me if I wanted a ride. And it was very strange because I knew that that technically wasn't the smart thing to do. And yet I said, okay. So, long story short, I'm in a car with somebody I don't know, and he's asking me this question: if you could do anything you wanted in your life, what would it be? And I told him I'd go back to school. And I didn't even know why I said that. But within a short period of time, he drove me to school. He took me to a community college and stopped the car, pointed over to the admissions and records building, the admissions building, and said, "Go over there. If you want to be a college student, go over there. That's how you become a college student." I went to the building. I asked the lady behind the window, "What do you do to become a student?" I filled out the form and I got started. Fast forward many years later, I am a college professor. I mean, how random is that? That feels like a miracle to me. It might not be, there's all kinds of different miracles that happen and different perceptions of what a miracle is. But unfortunately, it looks like I lost a couple of my viewers because my audio wasn't working the first time around, and I'm assuming it's working now. I'm going to ask a question. Okay, good. Somebody is there. Loves the story. It's a true story, so I want to tell it, and at the same time as I'm telling it, I want to throw it out there for anyone who's either watching now or who's going to watch later. Do you think that miracles just happen? Do you think you prepare yourself for miracles? Because there's this other book called Mindset. And then I've been an off and on reader and studier of the A Course in Miracles. So I think at the very least, you can probably block miracles from happening in your life by your mindset. So let's just say, given the story I just told, I could have said no. I could have said no to that guy. And so that whole event would not have happened. There's something about being receptive. There's something about faith. There's something about trust. I think recently, there's also a little something about forgiveness. Forgiveness and forgiveness to me goes hand in hand with worthiness. So if you think, you don't deserve anything good to happen to you, miracles aren't for you. You don't deserve miracles. You don't deserve good things to happen in your life. If you're holding yourself hostage to all the terrible things that you think you've done, then I think you can probably block miracles from happening in your life. But there's probably a lot of them happening that could happen. I wonder if you have had one happen. Has anything happened to you where you would call it? I know Andy said yes, but I'm not sure if Andy was saying, yes, I believe in miracles, or yes, a miracle happened to me. Or sometimes things like that happen and you don't even think it's any big deal. That story I just told, when it very first happened to me, I was telling it like, oh, yeah, I was at the bus stop today and this guy picked me up. Yeah. And then I told him, he asked me what I wanted to do. And then I said, I want to go to college. And then he dropped me off. And, it kind of took somebody else saying, wait a second, did you just say what I thought you said? That guy was an angel. And I said, oh, really? Oh, I guess. So it took me a long time to clue in, and so that's another part of the mindset. I mean, sometimes these good things are happening, these great things are happening, and we're just acting like, yeah, another day. What are you gonna do? And we miss it. So I hope that we can have a miracle mindset today. And part of the mindset is to just remember some of those things that have happened to you randomly that you didn't expect, that may have had a positive impact on your life. And part of it is clearing away any kind of garbage that you've accumulated over the years that says, I don't deserve miracles. Miracles could never happen to me. Miracles are corny, or whatever you think. A miracle is just thinking outside of the box of logic, thinking outside of that things only can happen a certain way and they have to happen a certain way. It's out of the mindset of trying to figure everything out. So, some people have contacted me this week, and I want to just talk a little bit for a moment about burnout. I don't know exactly if it ties in with miracles, but I just want to talk about it anyway because burnout is real and it happens. Sometimes you have these jobs and they just take everything out of you. It feels like it takes everything out of you. But maybe it does tie in with miracles because where does your energy come from? Is it possible that sometimes some level of burnout happens because you think you have to do it all yourself? And if you don't work hard, then it's not going to get done. What if the mindset was different? Uh, what if you had different ideas? Or maybe sometimes burnout comes because you feel like you have to do what everybody asks you to do. Or maybe sometimes burnout comes because you don't give to yourself, you only give to other people. But chances are, whatever it is that's behind the burnout, there's also a mindset behind it. Mindset could be, I can't say no. Uh Something bad is going to happen if I say no. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to lose my job. Um, it's selfish to give to myself. So I think that miracle mindset is again tapping into that forgiveness, tapping into um, just life, really. I don't even want to get to, well, just life. And what do I mean by that? So, right now, in this vicinity of where I'm sitting right now, I see three live plants, three living plants that I can set my eyes on. And there's one over there that's really been growing a lot. And sometimes I look at it and I think, oh my gosh, what happened to that plant? It has grown so much since the last time I saw it. And technically, it's just sitting there, but it's taking in things from the environment and like the sun and then the water that I give it. And there's this growth taking place. And growth is taking place in us as well. But sometimes, if we're stuck in a certain kind of mindset, then what's growing is that mindset. And that's part of that's part of what the message is in this book here. So, what are you feeding your mind? All right. So, I want to give you some contact info here in case you want to contact me. It's on the screen right now. If you want to talk to me about burnout or miracles or anything like that, I'd love to hear it. I'll go ahead and take a moment now to just do a meditation with you. If you want to close your eyes, if you can, take in a deep breath and exhale. And another deep breath and exhale. As you're exhaling, just let go of any stories or let go of any feelings in your body about lack, about there not being enough of something, not enough time, not enough money, not enough resources. And as you inhale, draw in the positive expectation of miracles. Just the idea that it's possible that something could happen today that you didn't even expect to happen, that's outside of your frame of reference, that's outside of your box. Make yourself open and receptive. As your lungs expand, imagine your mind expanding at the same time. So, inhaling to expand your lungs and your mind, and exhaling to let go of negativity and lack. Some people say that the mind is like a magnet. So, what do you want to magnetize to your mind? What kind of people and situations do you want to magnetize to yourself? What kind of beliefs do you want to draw to yourself? Think about yourself as free from limitations that you've imposed on yourself. And if you have something written on your card, think about that as if it has come true or is going to come true. Just open your mind to it. And as you exhale, let go of any thoughts of lack or any doubt. And feel free, you can repeat this process as many times as you want throughout the day. Just little moments here and there where you inhale and expand your mind and your lungs, and you exhale and you let go of limitation. And let me know if any miracles happen in your life, or if you've had a miracle happen in your life before that you want to share. Okay, that ends today's session. Thanks for joining me and thanks for watching the replay. If you want to stay in tune with this on a weekly basis, because it's really the repetition that's going to help a lot, you can subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye for now.